Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Verena and I'm super happy that you found your way onto my channel. Maybe you are, or maybe you've been here many times before. Maybe you're here for the first time. I want to thank you for being here and for watching my videos. It means the world to me. And today's reading is about what does your spirit guide wants you to know. And I was guided to do this reading, and I found I have this beautiful deck. It's called Angels and Ancestors from Kyle Gray. And I feel like, spirit guides can be animals, they can be angels, ancestors, many different things. So I thought we're going to ask the cards today what your spirit guide wants you to know. And as you saw in the thumbnail, we have 3 piles and with 3 different objects on top. And this is a timeless reading, so whenever you come along, it's the right time. And I think that's it. I'd like to start straight away with pile number 1. For pile 2 and pile 3, you will find the timestamps in the description box below. And yeah, let's start. And again, thanks for being here. It means a lot. So pile number 1, you chose this beautiful, it's the bottom actually of a glass bottle. It's called sea glass. So I found it at the beach and I really liked it. I wonder how many years it is old and where it's actually coming from. So I took it with me. Maybe you love the ocean. Maybe as it's orange, maybe it's about connecting more to your sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is connected to the element of water, to the emotions, to creation, to bringing something into existence, also to joy, like flowing, being joyful like a kid. And let's see your card. Ooh, you chose this beautiful card, the Elder. Move beyond ancestral patterns. So what your spirit guide wants you to know right now. Whew, that's a powerful card to have. He's obviously an Aborigine man. I used to live in Australia. I saw many Aborigine sites. They're very powerful. I remember I was 19 when I went to Australia, and when we went to see Ayers Rock, or Uluru, as it's called in the local language. I mean, I was very young. We went party and stuff like that, and I didn't understand a lot about spirituality, or not consciously, at least. And I remember we were a big group, and as we arrived at Uluru, I separated from the group and sort of walked it on my own a little bit in the distance of the others. And I still remember, there's something there. There's something there which you cannot put into words. You feel the energy. You feel that this is a sacred site. You feel it's charged up with prayer, with ritual, with belief. It is something very beautiful. So as this elder says, for you, and look, their art is all about patterns, dot patterns, as he also has it on his body. So you are called, and they live by, like indigenous cultures live by seeing patterns. That's something we unfortunately lost along the way, but actually, they can see if a storm comes or an earthquake is happening because they watch the pattern of the ants or the pattern of animals behaving in a certain way. They watch the patterns of how the clouds move or something like that, and by that, they understand what's happening. So patterns are actually something which helps you to understand the future. So if you live by a certain pattern, that pattern will bring the same thing over and over again. So to change your future, you need to change the pattern. That's what I'm getting strongly for you. So what I'm also getting, if you've never really connected to your ancestors, I invite you to do so, to take a moment to go into meditation or to go out into nature, and sit by a tree and then connecting to your grandmothers and grandfathers. And because also we're a mix between our mother's ancestral line and our father's ancestral line. So we are sort of the product of all of their stories, of all of their experiences, of all of their wishes, dreams, goals. It's in us. So by taking more time to connect with them and to pay our gratitude in a sense as well, because they sort of paved the way for us to live the life we live right now. And ask them, and the gecko is like chit-chatting in the background. He's like, yes, yes, yes. And there's a gecko on there. I love that. Can you see? Oh, I love this card. I mean, look at his face. He looks very loving and generous and understanding. Like he's like, talk to me. I can help you. I can help you to overcome what's in the way. Or not even in the way. Like sometimes things just need to be acknowledged. They don't need to be removed or destroyed or overcome. Like, oh my God, like this face, really. I feel like he just wants you to come to speak to him and to sit with him and to learn about your past. And by that already so many things will shift. So maybe go and sit in nature, go and sit in meditation, ask him to come along. I'll show you one more time. I feel already the reading is like he talks so much. Maybe you're from Australia, I don't know. As I said, I've lived there. I have a lot of soul family over there. I'm especially connected to the outback. It's profound energy there. But okay, so maybe it's a pattern connected to your, like, no, I wanna, because we had that orange color here, it's the sacral chakra, maybe to live out your expression, like your creativity, not holding back any longer. Okay. Whew. I get a lot of energy again. Excuse me, whatever. Whew. There's so much energy in a reading, like, I don't know if you know that, but through yawning and through like burping and other airs coming out of our body, we release some old stuff. So there's a lot of energy. Whew. I don't know if you can feel it too, but let's see which deck you're like, pile number 1, which deck to use. Okay, the light seers. Yeah. So I want to find out a little bit more about the pattern. So what does your spirit guide want you to know in regards to patterns? Which in regards to, no, we'll say, what does your spirit guide want you to know? I mean, you already said move beyond ancestral patterns, but I feel there's a little bit more. What do we need to know about the pattern that's talked about? Connect to your ancestors, connect to your spirit guides, close your eyes, put your hands onto your heart. Is this the card? Again? No. Okay, maybe calm down a little bit more with your breath. Let it flow right into your belly, releasing some unwanted tension there, releasing doubt and worry. Okay. So, oh, okay, look at that. We have the 10 of Wands, somebody leaving something behind. Oh, yeah, and I'm getting something. So, okay, let me oh, and the 5 of Pentacles. It came up, is it in reverse? Is it upright? Yes. Okay. That's a card of deep, deep grief, sadness, abuse, in a sense I'm getting. And we have the Sun. Let me. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Sometimes, what your spirit guides want you to know? Can I have a clarify for the 5 of Pentacles? What do your spirit guides want you to know? So it's something we have the Ace of Cups and Ace of Swords as a clarifier for the 5 of Pentacles, and we have the 10 of Wands. So the 10 of Wands is about leaving something behind, a burden. But for some reason, as she has everything with her, I feel like she's taking the burden. And it's oftentimes that we think we leave something behind, but if we're taking ourselves, like everything in the outside is a mirror reflection of what we carry inside of us. So if we are not starting to release the pattern inside, we take ourselves, so we take the patterns, the blockages, everything with us. That's why it doesn't work if we move somewhere else on the planet and we think everything is magically just not happening anymore as it's been before. You will attract the same kind of people, the same kind of work environment, because you are there. You are the common dominator. So it's not gonna magically be solved. So there's something about leaving again and again with the 2 aces for new beginnings, but then finding out, because wanting to start anew and having that happy life you're dreaming about, but finding out again and again that's the same thing. So you feel like, oh my God, now I'm starting I want to start something new. Now I found the golden key, because there's the key in the corner in the golden light. Now I have the right thing. I'm going to start anew. This is now the key to success. This is now the key to happy relationship, the key to a new idea, successful idea, only to find out that after a while the same thing, the pattern, the same thing is happening all over again. You discover the same problems, you attract similar partners, similar friends, similar boss, and you're like, why? You're like sitting there doubting, questioning, why is this happening over and over again to me? Am I doomed? Am I bewitched? What is happening? I just want to have a happy life. I just want to come onto the sunny side of life. Not wanting to move away again and again and again. And I'm here to tell you, like the cards are lined up like this. I don't know how to make that. Ooh, I think you can see it. Can you see? So she's looking over here. So this person is walking over there. This person is looking over here. So they all want to look into something new, but she knows that the sun is to be found, the happiness is to be found, not by running away again, not by starting anew again. If you haven't dealt with your internal turmoil, with your patterns, your limiting beliefs, your trauma, whatsoever, if you continuously search for something in the outside world to make you happy, to fulfill you, you will be running in circles. You will create patterns all over again and again and again, and you will be like a hamster in a wheel, never finding the exit, because like this, yeah, it's so funny. You know, you're walking in circles, but there's the light, you know, like there is. So it doesn't mean that we can never move somewhere else or start anew. That doesn't mean it. Not at all. But look, before you start something new, look back. Look back if you had several relationships in a similar pattern, several work environments happening in similar patterns, several grumpy neighbors, or whatever it is. And look at the pattern. Look, what is the common denominator? What is the similarity between all of it? And look at that. Feel through it. There's something, and most probably it's a repetitive cycle. And I have it. I had it. I have it still. I mean, this is a never-ending story. Life is ongoing. But look at it, because mostly it's a repetition of something you've experienced in the childhood. It's a repetition of a pattern or something which has been created within the childhood. And it's for you to recognize, to realize, to become aware about it. And then that awareness to allow itself to be unraveled, and like it's sort of stored energy. It's like, I don't know why, but I see I don't know, Harry Potter comes to mind when they chase the Fitch, the golden Fitch or something, and they put it in that box and it's moving around. So there's in that thing, there's so much energy, and it wants to come out. It wants to be seen. It wants to be felt, and it wants to be released, so you don't have to repeat the pattern over and over again. That pattern of starting anew, starting fresh, moving here, moving there, new job, new boyfriend, new girlfriend, new project, new study course, whatsoever, and only to find out like, oh my God, it's the same. I thought I found the key to the door, but still not. And by that, you starting to yourself love get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, because you internalize it and you think you're doomed. You think you're not worthy of being happy. You're not worthy of getting the thing you want, but you are. You just have to find that pattern and stop it. And as I said, just sit with it. Let's say he's your pattern. He just wants you to sit with it. Just imagine your pattern is, I just see your ancestors now, the collective of group one, and they all want to just be seen for their pain or what they've experienced, because trauma can pass on through our genes, through our DNA. So whatever you experience in this life, it could be also that like it's the trauma of your ancestor line. So by sitting with them and listening to them, you can heal it. And they will feel acknowledged. They will feel seen. You know, maybe nobody ever saw their sacrifice for the families and stuff like that, what they did to be loved and to be accepted. And you can change that. And I feel that so strongly. Really sit down with your ancestors and listen to them. And something great will shift in your life. 100%, I can feel it. And then the new beginning. Wow. And with the sun, we have the beginning. The sun is the number 19. We have the beginning and the ending. Number 9 is the end. Before 10, like 10 is 1 again. So you have the possibility to break a cycle and to stop that going over and over again in that wheel, stuck in your mind. Ah, my God, I love your reading. And look at that. And then she's coming from the mind to the heart space. That's actually when we heal the emotion. You know, like we heal, like how do I say that? We create coherence, first of all, incredible, powerful, beautiful, powerful heart coherence. Your emotion will flow freely. You will have a more open heart and more bigger understanding. Oh my God, like this is really, really beautiful. You will come from the mind into the heart because our mind is only a thought processing machine. It is there for navigating us, but it's not there for feeling, like for deciding the next steps. That's not the mind, that's the heart. You need to start following your heart. But first, you need to sit with yourself, with your emotions. And the emotions are connected to, like, you think certain thoughts, and to this certain set of thoughts, emotions are connected to, and vice versa. So you basically, by healing, you will sort of disconnect this two and sort of be able to release the stored energy and start anew. Two aces is very, very powerful. So, my dear pal number one, this is absolutely incredible, powerful reading, and so many patterns in your reading. And I hope this will help you. And please, please share. I would love you to share your experience in the comments. If you loved this reading, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel so you never miss a reading. And thank you so much for being here. How to say that? You can also book a private reading. Send me a message. You find everything in the description box below. Thank you so, so much. And I'm wishing you a great day and so much beautiful energy by moving beyond this pattern. Thank you. Pile number two, welcome to your reading. Today's topic is, what does your spirit guide want you to know right now? And we just had a really, really powerful reading in pile number one. And I just want to mention, spirit guides can be animals, angels, ancestors. So just stay open. This is the deck I chose. And you chose pile number two with the beautiful piece of tile I found on the beach. Beautiful pattern. I love the colors. And there's a pattern on it. And we had just in pile number one, it was all about patterns. So yeah, and it's a piece of something, like maybe it's the missing piece, the missing puzzle piece. And you chose card number two. So let's see. I'm excited. Autumn. Release the old and rest. So your spirit guides want you to know it's time to release the old and take a rest. So let's see what this is about. Do I want to read the text? No. We'll see what your cards will say, your tarot. Do I want this deck? No, I get a no. Sorry, I sometimes need to look like different decks have different tarots to bring the message across. So you get the Druidcraft tarot deck, which is one I dearly love. I got it from a friend of mine. So maybe you're somewhere in the hemisphere, somewhere in the planet, I mean, where autumn is about to approach. And maybe you worked hard the last couple of months for something, and it's time now to take a rest. Okay, so let's see. Pile number two, the spirit guides of pile number two. What do you want pile number two to know? And you can close your eyes and bring your awareness inside of yourself, and see what will. Oh, okay, we already have the answers. Okay, so we have, and this is funny, he came out a couple of days ago as well. So we have the Prince of Wands, a card of movement, obviously. Let's see. Oh, we have the Fool, a new beginning. Release the old and rest. And we have the Three of Wands. Wow. So that's quite clear. Very, very clear. So something in your life came to an end. I don't know if it is a project in the last moments, or with a moon in the back, a relationship in the last stages. You're basically called to rest for now, because something like with this three cards, I mean, they're all cards of new beginnings, like movement. First of all, the Prince of Wands is like he's following his passion. He's following like something ignited his lust, his passion for life. He is moving. He has a new idea. He wants to bring something forth, and he's really guided by spirit. He has his eyes closed, and he's like a victory position with his stick. He's like, I can do this. I know that I can do this, and my heart will guide the way. He's he trusts. He has no doubt with sitting on this red blanket, having a red sort of, not a what's this called? No, it's not an apron, but a red mantle coat around his shoulders. So he trusts his idea. He's very connected by spirit, and he knows he can come across, or he can overcome any obstacle. And then we have the Fool. He is equipped with all the things he needs, all the new things, and he has the mistletoe. What's it called? Where you get kissed underneath on Christmas. And let me just check the meaning of that. I wanna check. So I just researched, and there are many different meaning. Like there's different mythology around it. Some has to do with sort of killing, but anyway, like maybe you want to look it up if it's something meaningful to you. But it has changed into a symbol of love, fertility, and harmony. So that's why we kiss under the mistletoe at Christmas time. So, and it's an evergreen plant. It never loses its leaves. So it's sort of like, yeah, a plant of fertility. And I look at it, I don't know, like he looks really happy, and he looks up into the sky. He's not aware of obstacles. He's just having everything in his little bag. It said that he have the suit of the swords, the suit of the cups, the suit of the pentacles, and the suit of the wands inside. So whatever comes his way, he's equipped to handle it. And with the dog, he has a loyal friend. And behind it, the sun is rising, so behind the clouds. So after being through many obstacles, there is a new beginning on the horizon. That's what your spirit guides want you to know. And look at that. There's like you looking out onto the horizon, like there's some new leaves growing. So there's new potential ahead. Like you will venture out for a new experience, new adventures, new business ideas, maybe a new relationship. But this is really important. This is what your ancestors want you to know. It's all about releasing now the old and rest, and take that rest in, like sometimes we're like taking a sleep for 2 hours and think, oh, now well rested, and now I can move forward, and I experienced that many times. Sorry that I'm moving around, but I wanted to read you the card. I'm looking left and right. Autumn. Release all of the pressure and expectation weighing you down. Shed it all so that you can recover before moving into a time of renewal. I love when stuff works like that. Autumn is when the trees are preparing for the long, cold winter and must let go all the weight they're carrying in order to continue to grow and prosper. And it's interesting that That I was to look at the mistletoe because it's evergreen. So even if you think like right now all is lost, with the leaves falling off the tree, it's not. You are like an evergreen plant, and the things which are important to you, they are like evergreens. They will not be lost. Sometimes you too just have to surrender an aspect of yourself in order to continue to grow and prosper. The raven on the autumn card shows that there is an opportunity to heal at this time. In Celtic animal medicine, the raven is the bird of healing and initiation. The healing it brings is a shift that allows you to move into a more powerful psychic space where you can be more aware of your needs and desires and be better supported. The extended message. You know what is heavy, what is holding you back. Is it a person, a situation, a dream? Like the trees letting go of their leaves and fruit in the autumn, it's time to let go. When you hold on, try to control reality, and that when you hold on, you try to control reality, and that never works. I know from own experience. Yeah. When you let go, you make space for the new to enter your life, and there's so much news for you. You are being guided by your angels and nature herself to release whatever is stopping you from moving forward. And you can do this. When the autumn card arrives in the future position of a spread, or as the last card in a reading, can also indicate that the coming autumn will usher an important energy with regards to your question or intentions. What I'm getting for you is write down on a piece of paper what it is you want to let go, and then either you burn it or you go into the forest, take a little shovel and dig a hole, plant it, like put all of what you want to let go into the hole, close the hole, and ask the spirit of the forest, the spirit of Mother Nature, to take it from you, so you can start anew. Because spring is ahead. Look at this dude, like this is spring. The fool walks out there in spring. He's still a little bit covered because it's still a little bit chilly, but it's not winter there, it's spring. So you basically are called to hibernate for a while, letting go of the old and go into a phase of hibernation before so many cool new things will arrive in your life. You might go on a bird is like, yeah. You might go on a journey, what I'm seeing, maybe on a trip. Yeah, and you cannot yet fully see, like the fool. He cannot fully see, but he's totally trustful that all is going to be well. And I wanna, for you, because I feel like you're a pile which is a little bit doubting that. I get the energy of doubt. I don't know why. Oh, and I said about the bird, and there's the bird in the back. Look at that. So what message from spirit will help you to trust this? Okay, that was quick. The awakening card, look at that. It's like a new beginning. I'm awoke. I'm joyously awake and aware and ready for anything. Beautiful. The awakening. It's time to wake up. Step out of the routine and notice what's truly occurring around you. Don't be lulled into complacency. Awaken your potential and power. Move, shake, and take action. You're opening to your true spiritual path. And that's with the Fool, the Fool's journey. It's like when we birth, like when we are arriving, when the soul is arriving on the earth and we start our journey. When the soul is starting its journey, it's like an awakening to our spiritual path. Your soul wants you to know the forces of the universe are propelling you into the direction of your destiny. You are awakening to your higher self and spiritual vibrations. This card appears when you're ready to be aware and notice things as they really are. Take off your blinders, see what's important in your life. Search for the essence of what's true, authentic, and real. The affirmation, I'm joyously awake and aware and ready for anything. Wow, pile number 2. So to sum it up, I need to zip it up. You're now called to release the old and rest. So that's the first step. What is it? Make it like a summary. Write it down. What do you want to let go? If you could just, if everything would be possible, what would you let go of? Write it down, then let it go, release it, give it up to spirit, give it up to the to Mother Earth, ask for healing, and then take a moment. Not only a moment, then take time, like you go into hibernation, like a bear in winter, and know that there is an awakening. There's a completely new journey ahead. Look at that. They're both sort of the same person. They're like, oh, life's so beautiful. Something new is waiting for me. And that's what you're called to do. Take time for yourself, connect to, like, and there's so much green around in all these cards. Look at that. Like, I feel strongly connect to nature, go out into the forest, go on walks. That's something I realized this morning when people say they are depressed and they have mental issues, they're sick. I want to ask them, when have you stopped going out into nature? I mean, I've been walking since I'm a little kid already with my grandparents, and I never stopped going on walks on daily. Did I ever stop going? Sometimes, yeah, when I was working in the office. But besides that, even when I had a phase where I was unemployed and I was really not in a good spot, but I walked every day down to the river and to the church. And I sat there and I just prayed or like said words of gratitude, or I just sat there and was consumed by nature. And nature is a healer. So if you really are in a doubt, full in a difficult situation, not knowing the new path yet, surrender to spirit and go out into nature. That's really something I am called to share with you. So I'm really, really excited for you. As always, share with me if this resonated in the comments, or write me a message. I'd be super happy to hear from you. Other than that, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel so you never miss a reading. And you can also book a private reading if you need additional support or mentoring. And thank you so much for being here. I loved your energy. I'm wishing you all the best, and I see you soon. Bye-bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. I'm super happy that you found your way here. You chose this beautiful crystal called pyrite or fool's gold. And it's a crystal which is actually connected to wealth and abundance. So I'm curious about what your spirit guides want you to know. Maybe you are about to enter into a phase of true abundance and wealth. Ooh, you chose pile number 3 and this card. Be devoted and committed. Be devoted and committed, so you will find the gold in the end. Interesting. Sorry. Getting so much energy in these readings every time. So I want to show it to you again. So this is obviously somebody who is devoted to their rituals, to their morning practice, to their prayers, to their religion, to their spirituality. So maybe there's something your spirit guide wants you to really start to commit to which will help you to gain a greater knowledge of nature, of the cosmos, of the universe. And it will help you to become more fulfilled and more in alignment with your truest nature. And you will realize that you don't need a lot to really be fulfilled. Wow. Let me check which cards for you. No. So the light seers again. Okay. So what your spirit guides want you to know. Now I'm curious. What do your spirit guides want you to know right now in regards to that? What do your spirit guides want you to know? So you can close your eyes and connect internally. What do your spirit guides want you to know? It's about being more gentle with yourself. Maybe you've been very hard, very forceful in the past, very driven. And what do your spirit guides want you to know right now? Pile number 3. Collective of pile number 3. I get emptiness. Empty yourself. Maybe you're called to fast. Ooh, the first card is the 2 of Swords. What do they want you to know? They want you to be devoted and committed. So this person, obviously, it's the 2 of Swords. It's a card of making decisions or not knowing how to move forward because we're not able to see clearly. Too much mind chatter, too many outside distractions in a sense. So you're trying to, she's a little bit seen in the traditional tarot as a sister of the high priestess. And so you're called to connect to your intuition, to move your gaze to the inside. Yeah, so much mind chatter I hear. Wow, the second card is the 5 of Swords. Look at that. Both of them are holding their head. It's like, wow, I can't think anymore. It's so painful, so many thoughts, so much doubt, so much worry. This is both cards of being, I don't know if I said that in the other pile, about being anxious, being worrisome all the time, maybe having depressive episodes where you are not clear on life and you're doubting everything. And wow. And this sage is saying be devoted and committed. I feel like there's too much. Let me see the third card. I think you're connected maybe to pile number 1. Could be. Pile number 1 had this card at the exact same position, the third card which came out, the Sun. And it was all about finishing a pattern. So my mentor Bob Proctor said that, how did he say it? He said actually that depression is not an illness, or not, he didn't say that it's not an illness. I need to look it up, but it was so interesting, his viewpoint. Sometimes as we think we want so many things, we need so many things to be happy. We need this and that, we need the million, we need the, I don't know, the big business, we need the car, the certain holiday destinations, new iPhones, new handbags, only to find out that we are becoming slaves of things in the outside world. We think we will feel better, more happy and more fulfilled by having more, but actually it's the opposite. You will find happiness by having less. And I can tell you, I sold all my stuff when I left Germany. I sold it. The only stuff I have is a couple of clothes at home at my mom's house, at her attic. I have books and like photo books and stuff like that, and some crystals and card decks, but that's it. And here it's the same. I don't have a lot, and I'm not wanting to possess a lot, because whatever you, how do you say it? Whatever you possess is possessing you as well. So you don't want to have a lot of stuff. For what? We think we need this and that, and it reminds me of going to Aldi, when every week they have different stuff, which my mom always says, I'm not looking into that box anymore, because every time I think I need that, and then I maybe need it once a year, and for that I buy it only to to use it once a year. It doesn't make sense. That's why I'm so happy to live in Indonesia. They don't have a lot, but they make it work. You know, they for me, what I really, really love, and I know in the Western world it's not so much. Everybody wants to possess everything, but to borrow it. If one doesn't have a, I don't know, juice maker, let's say a juice maker, and you need to do one juice in ever so often, just ask your neighbor to borrow, and then you borrow them something else they don't have, to help each other out. So we also wouldn't need use so many resources of the planet. But everybody thinks they need everything. And I feel like this is like being devoted to yourself, to your spiritual path. Because once you venture out into the world or commit to more to yourself and to putting more energy and more effort and more investment, because whatever you buy, you're investing in. And instead of investing into so many things outside of you, whatever, deep fryers, juice makers, whatever it is, invest in yourself, study, learn about things that excite you and that help you to clear the mind chatter. This is what your spirit guides want you to know. Like, go through your things and unclutter, declutter, unclutter. Ask yourself, do I really need that? Why? Why do I think I need that? When was the last time I wore that piece of garment? And then find somebody you can make happy with it and make yourself more light. Whenever we give something away, we feel more light inside of us, and we also make space for something new. And that doesn't mean to buy another garment, because, sorry to say, but I see on Instagram so many people buying and buying and buying, and I'm like, why do you need all of this? And so many people, like, this is the card of ultimate happiness. She discovered that happiness is within nature, within the cosmos, the sun. We have everything we need. We don't need so much material wealth, actually. Yeah, it's not necessary. And you can, I don't say don't get it, but ask yourself why. Whenever you buy something, is it to fill a void within yourself, a void of feeling lack and not satisfied, unhappy? Or are you buying, or are you getting that out of feeling full and feeling joyful? This is actually what it is about. This is actually what life is about. And once we realize how happiness is an internal job and it's created inside of us, we realize we don't need so much. And that's the beauty of it. And I think Aaron Doughty, I saw in his stories, he gives everything away now, only to keep a couple of boxes, because he also realized it's not about what you possess. It doesn't make you happy. It takes your freedom away, actually, and you create happiness. True happiness is actually, it's inside. And I see it in so many people. They have so much, and still they're running around, traveling around. Like, so many people travel and they think they travel because they love to travel, but it's actually they're searching for something which they cannot find inside of them. So your reading is about looking inside of yourself and letting go of what doesn't serve you any longer and find true happiness inside. This is what you're invited to do. Maybe start to do yoga or anything that is really bringing you happiness, calligraphy, painting, and ask yourself, what kind of a habit can I let go of, which is actually keeping me from feeling fulfilled, from feeling happy inside. There's so much orange and red and yellow. It's beautiful. And again, I can only say that go out into nature, sit down by a tree, watch nature, watch the birds, and start to remember what life really is about. It's not about, I need another, I don't know. It's not about I need another. It's about remembering who you are and getting comfortable within yourself, comfortable with being alone. A sage is also somebody who's, it's a little bit like the hermit, comfortable with being alone with yourself and not always being around friends, partners, family. Return to your inner wisdom. That's what I'm called to tell you. Maybe a Vipassana meditation retreat would be something that's coming to mind by seeing your cards, to also clear the mental chatter, to heal your mind. Yeah. And also maybe like the medical medium comes to mind with clearing your brain from heavy metal. That can also be a cause of a distorted mind, let's say it like this. Wow, pile number 3, thank you so much for being here. Your spirit guides clearly had a message for you. If you feel like it, share in the comments how it resonated with you. Other than that, thank you so much for being here. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It's meaning the world to me. And I will see you very, very soon. Have a beautiful time, and I'm sure you're going to find your way. And this is what you will enter into. So thank you so much, and I see you soon. All the happiness in the world.